It sure did. I'm loving it. Absolutely loving it. 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're going to get into just to see what's going on. I'm praying for some good messages. No, it's just a backdrop. I figure it was better than a white wall. Welcome in Lilith, welcome in Billy, welcome in Joey. If you're new here, check out the description box. The 3 little dots up in the corner. It'll tell you what it's all about, this channel, as to why we're here. Here's what the card of the day is. Please take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Asking you to listen to your inner voice, as always. Failing to do so will stagnate your transformation. You need to focus and do the shadow work. And this is specifically for the people that are saying, "Oh, I'm not ready yet to do. I'm not ready yet to look deeper." No. Let what floats to the top and focus on that. And again, we're not dwelling. We're looking to empower ourselves. Oh, Spirit, come on now. Be open to accepting some sort of guidance. There's going to be opportunities of growth coming in for you. But it'll all depending on your determination and sacrifice as far as your energy and time. It's all worth it. You need to be in energy of gratefulness and gratitude and get inspired. These challenges that you might face are just a slight, but you need to somehow find a way to overcome them and make a choice to show up for you. Stop trying to focus on the destination and focus on the journey to get there. Somebody's holding back information, somebody's holding back news about something. And these people don't want to collaborate with you. If anything, they want to end it. They want to end you and your success. You have a higher expectations, and you're taking responsibility, and you're taking on a leadership position. You're taking a leap of faith in a new direction. It's almost kind of giving me the feeling of like you're needing new scenery. Yeah, it's about taking leadership and working as a team. Somebody was keeping information from you on purpose. They didn't want you, they didn't feel deserved a particular situation to happen in your life. To them, apparently you didn't work hard enough for it. But who is it? Who is this person? Someone that could have opened some doors for you, but they chose not to. Quite possibly a Capricorn. Virgo time, August 23rd to September 22nd, and Cancer time, June to July 22nd. So I think I'm having a feeling some sort of information came in during June and July, and you're going to hear through August, September about what this deal is that was meant for you. Right now, Spirit's saying is a time to rest for some of you and focusing on your shadow work. Okay, that takes time out. It's a perfect time to meditate, and while you're meditating, you do the shadow work. Okay, meditation isn't just about clearing your mind, it's about sorting through the shit. before this message, you may have had a really bad October. A bad October could be significant to you. December and January is going to be very significant coming up. And as well for the past, it might have been very significant. But just, you really need to focus on your shadow work. You think you're not done your shadow work, and then you're not so done after all. That's why for sometimes when I feel I have a lot of energy, I'll dive deep and I'll cut it at the root. Other times I'll just sit on the dock and I'll let it float. And I'll deal with it as it comes. Right? There's an easy way going about it. It takes a little longer, but it works. Still works. Because it's a slower process. It's a lot more gentle. As to where if you dive deep and you rip it out at the root, it's a lot of extensive meditation, and you're really digging deep into the situation. Like you're not even dealing with yourself anymore, you're dealing with the other dynamics that brought it into your existence. And then you find out a whole brand new world after that. Because it's not necessarily just you, it's the people that you were, the relationships that you had a part of you during the same time growing up. That influenced how you have become who you are. And you have a choice as to whether or not you want to keep what you've been conditioned or throw it away and make it of your own. You have every reason to make it of your own. Welcome in Jack and Michael and Dark Light. Okay, what's this all about? Yeah, there's some people there that just would rather just be surface level. Okay. You need fulfillment, everyone does. You don't need anyone's approval to pursue and fulfill your purpose. Embrace your unique journey and trust that it's leading you where you need to go. Some of you want to give up. What if I told you it's not the option? When you come here and you are birthed into Earth, giving up is not an option. It's not. Sorry, I just had a whole bunch of emails come in all at once. I just wanted to check out. My bad. Mother Gaia is in need of some warriors. What I'm picking up on is there's a lot of feeling of helplessness. It's not something as if you want to hide, but you're wondering what you can do. Some of you are frustrated. Some of you are unsure as to where to start. And when you're stuck like this is where you need to look inside yourself. And that requires no work. It's not an easy ask, but it's worth it. When you just stay surface level, you deal with surface frequency. Yet, when you're searching for something deeper, you're yearning for something deeper, and you just stay with the surface level, you do not find fulfillment in that. And then you feel this feeling of wanting to give up. You don't want the solitude or the isolation, but sometimes that needs to happen for the alchemy and the magic and the miracle. Don't push or force your way through life. Finding balance, even in dark times, will open your heart to the depth of compassion in everyday moments. Dare to dream big and remind yourself that everything is possible. Don't hide your talents and abilities and use them to build your world. It's okay that things don't always feel easy and effortless. Some of the best moments in life are during and after hard times. Keep believing and don't give up. You don't need anyone's approval to pursue and fulfill your purpose. So embrace your unique journey and trust that it's leading you where you need to go. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. I have an odd feeling I might be blacklisted again. Typical. Lore. Christ died because he was a sacrifice. He was a blood sacrifice because he knew too much and they wanted to shut him up. Okay? Thanks. Somebody's all pissed off that you cast a judgment. So they're doing anything and everything in their power to stabilize you. All because you're pouring into yourself. I mean, you've been a people for all your life, collective, but now that you're pouring into yourself, people don't like that. You're connected to the divine in a way they can't even match, and they're envious of that. They totally misjudged you, because everything they brought against you is falling apart. You're not trapped. You're still focused on the future. They think that you're all up in your head, but you're really not. You're very grounded. They're sad that you're not in dystopia. And you're actually headed towards the Ten of Cups. Yeah, it's a new love offer. This Queen of Wands energy, I don't know if it's a fire sign or not, but somebody's pissed off that you're pouring into yourself, that you're loving yourself, that you're finding a new foundation. Somebody's losing their shit. They're all up in their head. That you're stable. Kind of getting that they wanted you to hide, they wanted you to give up, they didn't want you to get deeper into your healing, but here you are. Yeah, you're in the know. You're in the know. This person is losing everything for coming for you. Really? All right, Spirit. That's kind of creepy. But, so, Spirit's like, you know what, you're gonna do a story time. Like, okay, story time. And then just put out the first 6 cards for me. I would have thought. So I'm just them all here in a row. Somebody thinks if they take a leap of faith that they can come in and give you an offer of love and compassion, uh, but underlining with the motive that it's not going to go anywhere, and you'll lose hope and you'll lose your connection to the divine. That's what they're hoping. You're casting judgment on this. You're playing into yourself because of some sort of abandonment and codependency. This is why you're taking a leap of faith in a new direction. I think you have already. If you haven't, coming soon. You've had some people collaborate with you, and this is why you're taking a leap of faith in a new direction. You have a lot of emotion, empathy. It could represent illusion as well. But it looks like you closed out a cell, so this is good. By taking that leap of faith and with this collaboration, there's definitely a offer of love here, Ace of Cups, but I think it's more or less with the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. It's not usually Nine of Pentacles reverse is a codependency. Okay, it's not an independence. It's a financial thing, but there's a collaboration. There's something coming to an end, or something did. There's an Ace of Cups coming into the picture. Things are going to balance out with this collaboration. Six of Pentacles. You don't see this coming. By you standing in your power and making a decision, you like you're losing something or you're missing out on something, but it's really not, because you're nurturing your truth. Okay? You're finding stability. There is going to be messages of stability. With you pouring into yourself and with this love offer, trying to destabilize your foundation. Okay, there's not necessarily with this love offer specifically, but okay, so the energy, I feel that there's a new energy coming in. There's two new energies coming in. One is actually solid. Everything is good. The other one is trying to distract you. Okay? They want to distract you, take away hope from your eyes, and bring you to a halt, where you're not taking any action, you're not taking any initiative to move forward. So in that respects, it's going to pretty well disconnect you from your divine energy. That's the whole hope. But Eight of Wands, we got the Death card, we got the Two of Pentacles, we got the Justice reverse, and the Judgment. So there's an end coming very, very quickly, if it already hasn't come to an end. There's going to be definitely a balance to the injustice, and there is going to be a judgment regarding this whole situation. Because you took a leap of faith and you balanced out your own situation, and because you said no, and because you're like, I don't fucking think so, not happening, that was supposed to diminish you. They tried to diminish you. They tried to remove the hope because you said no. And they tried to get you to react and disconnect yourself. but it did not work because you were dedicated to your divine connection. Spirit saying this is why you're getting justice. I think it's going to come in the form of a meeting with a new relationship. Some bitter about it. Yeah. Somebody doesn't want to have a third-party situation anymore. They just want a two-party situation. So I think they're cutting out a three-party. And they may be coming in, taking a leap of faith. Nine of Wands. I feel like they feel defeated because you're winning. And this is why they want to come in. They would sooner drop a third party and come in than and win, than try to deal with that. The Queen of Wands, you're glowing. It's the reason why they want to come in, because you're winning and you're glowing. You're standing true to your intentions. You have an integrity. You're focused on the future. You're focused on the new beginnings. Yeah, there's the Lovers here. You've alchemized your masculine, feminine energy, and it's bringing in the Ten of Cups. And very brilliant offers. Very passionate offers. Like, I'm seeing soul family. I'm seeing, like, very emotionally available. Very connection oriented. Like, this might actually overwhelm you. But because you've alchemized all the pain to power. And this is your justice. Welcome in Ryan, welcome in Doreen, welcome in Zoe. Zoe, just take a breather, will you? Just take a breather and hear what I actually have to say. There's a lot about thinking about the past, so I think there's a lot of shadow work regarding the past that you have alchemized. You've healed a lot. You've empowered yourself. You've walked away from quite a bit of drama and chaos, which has helped you to alchemize your masculine and feminine energy within you. Yeah, that's what's bringing in blessings. Somebody's all up in their head because you're not all up in your head. It's weird. Like, they're confused. And even people that have known you pretty well your whole life, they're like, where did you even come from? Yeah, they seem to can't walk away from you for some reason. What's the Lovers in reverse? Somebody doesn't know how to talk to you. It could be a Gemini energy. They're talking shit about you. You forced them into an awakening and they pretty well lost everything. Walked away. talking shit about you, right?
And they're lying.
But you're moving forward with your wish fulfillment. You're very you're very solid and methodical, eminently sound, leading by example. King of Wands energy. Standing in your power, guarding your intention. Yeah, this Gemini energy, they can't lie. They're overthinking everything. They're overthinking absolutely everything. And they're stuck. They're totally tapped. They don't even know what an intuition is, let alone to use it. And this is the type of person that doesn't want to change. But yet their whole world is falling apart and they wonder why. Yeah, because you're resting and you're not losing your shit. You're not dead yet. You're not, you're not heartbroken. What, over the fact that they're in karma? And they're being forced through an awakening and they're losing everything? What, I'm supposed to have some sort of mercy to after they try to ruin my life? By distractions, collective. People try to come in and dysregulate you. Just continue pouring into yourself. What's the Knight of Wands reversed? Yeah, so this person want to move forward because they know they're going to have to face judgment. And then once they judgment, you know,
This judgment's going to happen quickly. That's why.
they don't want to come in. Okay, Spirit's saying be patient because it's all about divine timing and the collaboration and the healing of wounds. Yeah. All of this fast judgment isn't for you. This is your time to rest. Okay, because the divine is going to move you forward when it's time. They're going to let you know. You're in the process of a breakthrough or an awakening, so just give yourself some rest. You know exactly what's going on. You are divinely guided, guarded, and protected, so you can let your guard down a little bit. Within your solitude, you can relax, you're safe. Yeah, you can let your guard down. The Seven of Swords is on its side. You can drop your strategics. You can self-regulate. You can take a breather. You can put your groceries down. You can take the trash out. You can zen the fuck out. But there's certain communication coming forward that somebody doesn't want to bring forward, but they know they have to anyway. What's the Star reversed? So I guess they don't want to come in, but if they're going to lie about it. So they don't want to communicate. Knight of Wands in the reverse, Knight of Swords in the reverse. You're waiting for some sort of manifestation. They're on divine justice. Yeah, they're going to come in and lie about the fact wanting to start again and create a new foundation, but it's breadcrumbing, and it's a wham bam thank you ma'am. So, and that's different, like maim and ma'am, two different words, right? But maim, to maim someone is to harm them, right? So they're all coming in to, you know, just do a one-two step and rip you off or whatever else. And it's all because you're finding stability. Yeah, they want to come and no longer fight. But they're just going to start more drama. There's an aspect of how they're going to try to dim your light. Thinking that they can pull the wool over your eyes and you're going to just give the benefit of the doubt. But you are the star. You are the hope. And they're trying to put the star out and feeling worthless. Right? Yet again. They want to make the star feel left out. That whole cycle is coming to an end. There's some sort of journey that happened. Somebody literally wanted to put a star out in the street. A star seed. They wanted to put them out in the cold, make them feel worthless, make them helpless, make them just feel totally insignificant. But then justice rolled in. There's a manifestation that happened. And you took a journey. And this so-called breadcrumbing bullshit and all these lies to their own stability, it blew up in their face. I can't make it up. I got a tower. Welcome in, cutie. So, yeah. Now somebody wants to heal something because now they need your help. But they were bitter as fuck and they wanted to leave you out in the cold because they couldn't handle you. They couldn't handle your light. They wanted to dim it out. They wanted you to stop doing what you're doing. They wanted you to be uninspired to move forward. Right? They were down low, obsessed with you. But this obsession was just surface level. It wasn't even soul level. In essence, they wanted to degrade you. And now they need your help. Alright, Spirit. 6 more cards. 6 cards. I guess we don't have to clarify the Hierophant. I can? Alright. right off the bat, they're basically saying that, Spirit's saying that somebody was trying to create chaos in your life to the point where you would blame Spirit for doing this. This is why they threw the rocks and hid their hands. Right? To think that it was Spirit doing it and it wasn't anybody else doing it. Considering that you read into everything. They weren't expecting for you to actually read into what it actually... They thought you were a joke, right? So they call this havoc, left you in the dark, tried to turn your world all upside down, all so that way you would blame Spirit for putting you through such challenge and so much heartache. But Spirit had other things, other plans. You know, you just stayed grounded. You focused on shining, you focused on the truth. The Ace of Swords, the Queen of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles. Despite them turning your world upside down, trying to disconnect you from Spirit, leaving you in the fucking dark, trying to dismiss and take away your joy, take away your self-worth, bring darkness to your days. That's what they were hoping. But you stayed true to yourself, you stayed intentional, you worked with the map within you, you stayed grounded, methodical, and you moved forward anyway, despite it all. It's a real sad fucking day, and it's really extremely embarrassing to the haters that tried to fuck around. They found out that the divine used them as puppets in creating the challenges to bring about your success rather than your demise of what they wanted. The divine has a sense of humor, okay? And what these karmics think that they're doing, they're really not doing. They end up setting themselves. It's rather funny, I must admit. Alright, Spirit, I got you. 6 more cards, Aiden. Let's go. 6 more cards. Why you being all sergeant about it tonight? Okay. There's apparently a very powerful message in tonight. Okay. So, Judgment on the bottom of the deck. What do we got on the top? We got Tower and the Ace of Wands in reverse. Dun, dun, dun. Somebody's intentions did not go the way they wanted them to go. Somebody's facing judgment for their intentions. 10 of Wands reverse. Now somebody wants to come in and heal something. Interesting. The 6 of Wands. Yeah, somebody wants to come in and give flowers. Somebody's actually extremely proud of you. Somebody's been watching. Somebody wants to reconcile. They feel stupid for siding with particular people. What's the next row, Spirit? Yeah, we got the Death in the reverse. And then we have the Word in reverse. So this whole relationship, collective, was meant to turn your whole world upside down. That was the whole motive behind it. Okay, this leap of faith was your rebirth. Okay? Now this leap of faith could have happened like 3 years ago, 3 or 4 or 5 years ago, where your whole world changed. changed. Welcome in Nobody, welcome in Sarah, welcome in Sheila. We got the Knight of Swords. So there was a lot of deception regarding this Gemini. The Knight of Swords in reverse. So there's a lot of deception. There's a method to their madness,
A motive, a behind the scenes motive to ripping your world upside down.
the Five of Swords reversed. Now they want to reconcile. They don't. They're speechless. They have nothing to say. The Three of Cups. There's something about a third party disbanding. Somebody letting go of a third party. We got a Strength card. They're trying to find strength. Knight of Cups and Five of Wands. They're fighting to come forward with some sort of passion. Two more.
One more.
We got the Eight of Swords. It could be that somebody's in jail, somebody's trapped in their head, somebody just doesn't know what to do with themselves. They're speechless. They don't. The fact that you peeped everything,
The fact that you're so tapped in, the fact that you figured it all out.
they're beside themselves. Knight of Pentacles. They're losing everything. The King of Pentacles. My bad. And we got the Devil in reverse. You're tapping the fuck out as far as this toxic energy. And this King of Pentacles is losing everything because they thought that they had a connection to the divine, and they didn't have no fucking connection to the divine. I'm picking up on like a energy. We got the Star in reverse, and then we have the Devil in reverse. So I'm thinking this could have been a cusp, Capricorn Aquarius. Okay, because the Star is Aquarius. The fact that the Devil comes out in the reverse. Like, it's almost as if somebody thought you were a devil worshiper and they wanted you to get rid of you, when that's not even the case. The devil trembles when you wake up in the morning. Like, it's not even a factor. This, I don't know, I'm really picking up Taurus because the Hierophant, the King of Pentacles. So that's Taurus. So there's definitely Taurus out here that misjudged you big time. Totally misjudged you. They're in pieces. This third party maybe was dealing with a Gemini. This Taurus and Gemini. This couple maybe, I don't know. But there's definitely a third party something regarding that. There was a lot of deception regarding this Gemini. And because somebody wanted to take a new leap of faith and have a rebirth, it turned somebody else's world upside down and created a lot of lies and deception and the releasing of a third party situation.
You took the trash out.
And because of that, they wanted to dim your light. They wanted to put out your light. And everything they came at you with to disconnect you, ruined them.
They totally misunderstood you. misunderstood you on purpose.
Coming to mind.
What's the death card?
Reverse.
The death card.
Right side up. Maybe they want you dead. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it was a joint effort by a couple to you. Maybe this is like murder. Page of Pentacles. By offering a smidgen breadcrumb stability.
That's the truth. Maybe this had something to do with the cup.
Capricorn, Aquarius, individual. The moon. This had to deal with a lot of illusions.
What was supposed to be your
Demise became your rise, collective. And somebody shook at how protected you are. Yeah. And somebody shook at the fact that you're celebrating. Yeah, they wanted you to be unguarded as far as your heart space. They wanted you to be very, very bitter. And you lashing out.
Yeah, they didn't want you.
You nurturing up at all.
They wanted you opening up
Old wounds. And going into the deep end. And pretty well drowning. That's what they wanted. They wanted you feeling left out in the cold. Like you were worthless.
But here you are
With the Ten of Cups.
by yourself. Just in your
Own essence of who you are, you're in the Ten of Cups right now.
and they wanted to burden, bitter, dead, breadcrumbed.
Being distracted by illusions.
What's all reverse?
Yeah. A star to rest. The star came out. That's the truth.
There was a huge awakening.
Awakening when this happened. You got some major downloads, collective. You had to get strategic. Somebody tried to steal you and create a whole bunch of overwhelming illusions. Emotional illusions.
Just to make sure that you're
Unsatisfied with life. You stayed grateful. And that's what they were talking about. That's what they were talking about. They're talking shit.
the fact that you stayed.
Well, the fact that you didn't change. You've been through a lot. But you know this cycle is ending. You know this is nearing its end. That it's better to stay composed. You know that it's better to be active rather than reactive.
So you're choosing
Your battles. You've been through enough. You've learned some lessons. You've gained some wisdom. And you're moving forward with that wisdom. That's why you're winning.
right? And people are talking about it.
It doesn't, they know that you've been through a lot. You've stood up for yourself.
You've created boundaries. everything they came at you with didn't work. And it's not like you walked away. You didn't walk away. You stayed true to yourself. Not about walking away.
Longer accepting toxic energy into your life.
Welcome in, Ashley. Sorry guys, I'm just looking at names tonight in the chat. I'm not really following the messages. Just because I got a lot of messages coming in as Spirit's wanting me, I guess, so that's what I'm doing.
Like, this is more than one person colluding against you, collective.
Thinking that they can't come to you
By themselves, because it doesn't work. They can't come at you teamed up in twos, because that doesn't work. They can't come at you teamed up in threes, because that doesn't work. They can't come at teamed up in fours or fives or sixes, and they're having to get into like big groups in order to come at you. Without leaving any evidence, might I add.
all rocks and hiding
Their hands to make it look like it's spirit in order to destroy you. To disconnect you.
They thought they were clever.
They thought it was a big fucking joke.
But you tapped the fuck in, collective. You tapped the fuck in. Knight of Swords reversed.
Yeah.
So, this King of Pentacles, he talked a big game to this Gemini. He said that he was staying again. It was all lies. Maybe it was the Gemini that was unstable.
I don't know. Maybe the King of Pentacles was actually pretty stable.
Maybe the Gemini lied on the King of Pentacles. Maybe they weren't such a drunk. Maybe the fact that the Gemini
was so unstable made him drink in the first place. Knight of Swords reversed. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles reversed. So this Gemini made it out like this King of Pentacles was stingy
and selfish. Meanwhile, they wanted to collaborate because they had some
sort of an awakening. Had they told the truth about you, collective, things would have been different. And had they told you the truth, things were different.
There's something here that's
It's unbalanced or owed. Somebody thinks that somebody owes somebody something.
Six of Pentacles reversed.
Things are not balancing out with this, whoever or whatever the situation is. Somebody's not getting wish fulfillment.
The King of Wands did not
Get wish fulfillment. I don't think the King of Wands was ever going to get wish fulfillment with this dynamic.
Yeah, but this
King of Wands provides some sort of stability.
they did all the thing. But it's some sort of
Thing about this third party that there's a lot of deception. The Ace of Pentacles, there was something stolen.
yeah. So you had to
Reconfigure the way you love yourself and other people, and they wanted to that.
They wanted to bring it
to your standards and morals and manipulate you into something.
Oh, and betray you? Interesting.
I have a feeling like it has something to do with this King of Pentacles. They wanted to do something. And I'm kind of picking up on more than one earth sign. Could have been a Virgo, could have been a Capricorn. I'm picking up on just earth signs in general. There could have been more than one. Could have been a Capricorn, Virgo, and a Taurus. All kind of getting together and creating something. Some kind of a plan.
But this also had something to do with the Gemini.
But it's almost as if this Gemini was lying, creating the deception to create this whole plan.
So I think this Gemini was lying on you, collective.
And I think this is why you cut it all out.
What's the Three of Cups reversed?
Four of Pentacles. Yeah, you focused up instead. Because they were going to make you miss out on what meant for you. This dynamic and this bullshit was not in your destiny.
It's thwarted.
There was a hidden motive with this relationship that you just walked away from that fucked you up.
But because you were patient,
Because you focused on yourself, because you held your cards close to your chest, because you let go of third-party bullshit, because you're not in on that third-party bullshit to start with. So you went towards your independence.
and this is when they went.
Try to turn your world upside down. Because you didn't want to be part of this third-party bullshit, so that way they could finish the job of just leaving you in a ditch somewhere dead.
That was their whole idea.
Yeah, they didn't want you moving forward at all. And they were going to come in and bread you to keep you from moving forward. And if you weren't going to take the offer, they were going to tell people that you were selfish for not taking the offer.
Trying to make you feel guilty. Yeah, and it's all because they want to betray you. They want to hurt you.
They don't want you to rest. They want you to, your whole idea of being able to rest, put to rest. And this is why they're trying to turn your world upside down. Now this could be past energy. This could be the cycle that's coming to an end, collective. This could be going on for quite a while. This could be still happening. It depends on your scenario and your timeline. Okay, but it looks like you're releasing this. There's not going to be much of anything going on here regarding all of this, right?
They're still trying.
They're still trying it. Despite their efforts, they're still trying it. Despite efforts and failure, they're still trying it.
You got to give them an E for effort.
Effort, collective, but you're divinely guided, guarded, and picked. Okay?
For some of you,
They now want to come in and heal something with you. So there was some sort of deals with the devil that somebody put on your life. To some degree, there was a lot of dark magic put on you that you didn't see. Okay? But gratefully, it didn't touch you. And there's some sort of success regarding this. Like, you were supposed to be dead already. You should have been a sacrifice already.
Yeah. And this whole thing was basically for some sort of stability. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Because you're getting success, somebody's losing out. Because they didn't complete the contract. That contract was basically to end your life. And somebody was supposed to get a payout for that, but it didn't go as planned. Why? Because you took the fucking trash out and you didn't consent to the offer. You didn't take the bait. Yeah, this person that was talking shit, they were not tapped in. They did not get the memo. And I'm hearing they didn't even listen to you when you told them. They thought you were a joke. The thing with this King of Pentacles, not only did they want to ruin your connection to the divine, but they wanted to create the look or the illusion that you were unstable. Yeah, but you're tapped. You called your power back. Rising anyway, despite this misjudgment. You're still rising. And people are fighting about it. People are angry. People want to throw hands because of it. Because you're still rising. Despite. You're coming out of this tower. There's been a major change for you and transformation. And you're coming out of it. You're on the other end. Coming out the other side. All you need to do is continue shining, continue moving forward with intention. Things are going to start to slow down a little bit, but it's all the ebb and flow of removing yourself from the tower. Okay? You're rising to the next level, collective, so things are going to get easier. This is why it's going to slow down a little bit. Yeah, the divine is that. The divine is directing you, guiding you, guarding you, protecting you. You're allowing your intuition and the divine to direct you. Yep, to your independence. There's been some major betrayal because you're good at a lot of things and people are envious of that. Okay? And they didn't want you to walk away from this betrayal. But you're too fucking clever for them. Okay? They didn't anticipate the fact that you're that clever. They didn't anticipate the fact that, you're not one to fuck with. I'll tell you that much. Whoever you are that I'm speaking to, you don't play games. And people tried to play games with you. And it didn't work out for them. By divine dates, I'm being told. They're gonna reap what they deserve. Is there anything else with the Pentacles or to move on? Yeah, this is basically what it is. You're too fucking tapped in to be unstable. The divine has got you tapped in so much so that you're not in wonder. You're in the know. Okay, there's definitely confidence here. There's definitely, you know exactly what the fuck's going on. Okay, the High Priestess keeps coming out. The Page of Wands keeps coming out. The Death card reverse it was clarified by the Death card. Your rebirth was supposed to be your death. Your death turned into your rebirth. Like they did heavy magic on you to create your demise. And you were at the precipice of your demise. And the divine said, no. Not today, Satan. Go away. Touch not my anointed. And things changed for you after that. When you vow yourself to the divine and you make that commitment, and you start pouring into yourself, things change. It's a game changer. Yeah, Nine of Swords and the Knight of Cups. So you've done the shadow work and you're moving forward with compassion. That's partially your secret of empowering yourself and finding your own self-worth, not needing people to validate you, collective. You're standing in your power. Right, you keep calling your power back with the High Priest, High Priestess energy. You become unstoppable if you stay in alignment. Alright, what's the next row there, Spirit? The Magician. You rebirthed into your magic, collective. Yeah, and you release this betrayal. Five. Unify. You got the Ten of Pentacles. You're manifesting the Pentacles, whether they like it or not, collective. They don't want you to have it. They stole it. They spent it. They took it. They sold it. They took advantage of it. Right? So you couldn't have it. They didn't feel that you deserved it. But guess what? You're getting it anyway. Why? Because they tried to turn your fucking world upside down. You're getting your Ten of Pentacles in spite of that. Yeah, you're coming out of this tower because of the lies, defamation on your character. And the disruption to your masculine and feminine energy because of this dirt-ass relationship where they basically collaborate against you and sabotage you. They don't like that you're moving on, that you're leaving the dust, and that you're winning. Yeah, the Queen of Swords in reverse. There's a lot of deception on this third party. And now they're all fighting amongst each other. Two more. You got the Ace of Swords. A lot of lies. Somebody said that they were not of the devil when they are. Somebody tried to make it out like they were good, and I'm picking up on this Queen of Swords. She's very much with the devil. She's very much in the dark arts. She's very much into dark magic and manipulation and succubus and very much a demonic kind of attachment kind of situation going on with her. Yeah. There's a lot of lies and deception, and took the trash out with that because they literally had no fucking hope. No hope in the world. I'll tell you that right now, to get anywhere where they wanted to get as far as their accomplishments of what their plan was for you. No. They're delinquent. They're insignificant. Specifically to the divine. Yeah, Four of Wands in reverse. They're losing their whole foundation because of the lies and the deception. What's going on with the Magician? Okay, yeah. You're manifesting through compassion. The King of Pentacles, you're finding your stability through compassion. You're very good at what you do. You have a lot of different talents on how to build and be creative. You're building something substantial. But people are trying to breadcrumb you. People want shit for free. People don't want to replicate the compassion. They just want you to pour into them, but they don't want you to pour, they don't want to pour into you. Kind of energy. It's like they want to take advantage of what you got going on, but you're putting an end to this. And their lies and the deception, you're putting an end to the narcissistic connections, the toxicity. You're putting an end to all that. And you're putting that into your manifestation. Ten of Pentacles. Nine of Cups. And the Page of Wands. So your intuition is going to tell you what you need to do. It's guiding you towards your wish fulfillment, and this is how you're getting your Ten of Pentacles. So you're divinely guided, guarded, protected. If you ever needed a fucking clarification or confirmation for whoever this is resonating with. Yeah. You're nurturing your heart, you're pouring into yourself, just continue to do that, okay? Welcome in James, welcome in Michelle, welcome in Dakota. Yeah, stand on your truth, don't allow people to come in and gaslight you. You know exactly where you're going, you know your principles, you know your integrity, you know where you stand, so stand on it. Don't let people come in and question you, okay? Again, the Hangman, you've sacrificed to just question everything, okay? Stay true to yourself. Stay true to who you are. This is what's bringing in the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, so somebody wants to get you juggling. This Gemini wants to get juggling due to some sort of lies. And I'm thinking they're lying or talking shit. Right? They're trying to make you juggle. Okay? And this is why, because this Ten of Pentacles is going to be coming in, and they want to create some more fucking drama for you, by the looks of it. They just can't keep your name out of their fucking mouth. They need to shut their fucking mouth, sit the fuck down, and think about themselves for a change. And leave you out of it. Yeah, they've been manifesting to try to bring about a demise to your high priest, high priestess, and get you to react, so that way you can't move forward. That your future, the ability and your possibilities of the future become your past. Right? But you're tapped in. You're too protected. No matter what they're trying to do to manipulate you and bring you to your demise, it is going to be your rise. By divine intervention and by divine vengeance. They've done too much, collective. They've done way too much. And the divine says no more. No more. Touch anointed. Some of them are shook that you haven't snapped yet. I thought you would have snapped a long time ago. They didn't realize that you were that strong. This is how they misjudged you. They didn't really take into consideration what you were saying. They thought they were, meanwhile they were way, way below you. Well, considering that they were dealing with dark arts. And the thing that pissed them off the most is the way that you made them feel so insignificant. It made their blood boil. The fact that they're so audastic and so high of themselves and their ego. The fact that you made them feel insignificant and small. But they deserved it. Collective, they deserved it. They weren't basing their good intentions, okay? They had ulterior motives. They were being very deceptive. They were lying. They were deceiving. Not only you, but the people around them. Okay? So, them feeling small was their own guilt. For their own bullshit drama they were creating for themselves. It's just the way it is. And when you're going to show up that way to yourself, you have nobody but to blame but yourself. When you're going to show up like that. And abandon yourself and deceive your own. I'm talking about the karmic. They come at you. Throwing rocks and hiding their hands. All of these incidents that you've had in the last, I would say, 10 years, 10, 15 years, a connection to every single one of them that I don't think you see. And there's been different people brought into the mix in order to create your demise. There's been a lot of money invested in creating your demise. There's been a lot of planning and energy and sweat and tears brought about for your demise, yet here you stand. You've got some people petrified. You've got some people scared and shook. You've got people speechless. You've got some people in awe. The best people at their job were hired to come in and deal with you. And once they recognized what the deal was, of who they were actually up against, some of them just walked away. They're like, no, this isn't my pay grade, and this isn't what I want to do. Because some people are out for principles, some people are out for money. Right, there's a difference. Some people just do shit. Doesn't even matter what it is, just for the money. But some people actually have principles and integrity. And most of the people that they tried to get involved with this have integrity. I'm also being told that people are starting to connect the dots behind the scenes People witnessed a lot of the colluding behind the scenes of which they were trying to bring about your demise, and they're making sense of. They're seeing where these people were bringing injustice on you. You're starting to see the trail. There are people coming forward, though. But there's definitely bad apples and good apple services that were keeping information at bay. There's some new collaborations coming in collective. I think this is you collaborating with the divine. With the elements as well. The divine's asking you to have strength and to invoke your inner warrior. Because you're coming out of this tower, they want you somehow trapped. Queen of Cups reversed. Somebody's extremely bitter, or somebody wants you bitter. This Gemini could very well be going to jail. Yeah, there's major betrayal with this Capricorn. With the lies and the deception, trying to put out your light. But you're getting justice. You're getting justice for the justice and retribution. So you're getting for the suffering. Things are balancing out for you, collective. There might be one or two more betrayals in mix that are going to come out. This is meant to hurt you, but it's not going to surprise you in the least. Okay, it's basically going to validate everything that you've come up to know so far. Alright, and Spirit's really emphasizing on the validation of the fact that you've come so far. In your healing, in your shadow work, in your empowerment, in your self-worth, and you rose above this. All of this. Okay. And somebody's extremely bitter. Like, I'm really emphasizing on the bitterness because of this this idea that you discontinued this third party situation. Because of, yeah, you're like, fuck this. You're out. Yeah. In with this. This Queen of Swords. She's extremely bitter. Because, like, you cut her out of abundance or out of your blessings. She's no longer protected. She thought by having you in her energy that she would automatically be protected against the magic she was doing against you. And as soon as you left, she ended up tower after tower after tower after tower after tower because of the betrayal and lies. She ended up having to pay up as far as this contract with the devil, with this dark energy. She had to pay up. She feels betrayed because you said no and you walked away. Delusionally obsessed is what I'm being told. I didn't want to clarify this. Just know there's new collaborations coming in. You need to have strength. Alright? This Gemini is going to be all trapped up in their head. The fact that you're coming out of this tower, the fact that all the bullshit that they said about you isn't sticking. You are headed towards the Ten of Pentacles. You are alchemizing this, so continue to have strength. Despite the fact you feel that your world is being turned upside down, continue to have faith. Okay, because you are, regardless of the illusions that they tried to cast, you are headed towards your Ten of Pentacles. You are headed towards a new Two of Cups. You are alchemizing all this betrayal and all this pain and the suffering and the trauma and everything. And you are alchemizing it to raise your frequency to step into this new beginning, which you've already stepped into. So stay focused. And again, if you have anything clawing your fucking ankles, stomp it out and keep going. Don't even look back. Don't even give two fucks at what's clawing at your ankles. Because it's clawing at your ankles, it's probably desperate. Okay? It's probably desperate to get back in your energy. Something that you cut out. And all they want to do is come in and betray you again. So if you let them in, chances are they're going to betray you again, but this is going to validate everything they've done in the past. Why they've done it. It's all coming out. The betrayal is going to go ahead, and I think this is why there's still a couple betrayals in the pipeline. There's information being held back. There's gifts and money and a whole bunch of different things being held back because they were kept from you. Because they wanted it for themselves. They were selfish. And I think there's some sort of identity fraud going on too. I don't know why, but I just kind of get the sense that they're trying to be you somehow, some way, somewhere. That's not for everyone. It's just for some of you. But somebody's feeling trapped in their head because you are walking away. And it seems as though you are a heck of a lot more powerful now walking away than when you walked into this bullshit karma. This not karma, but chaos. I'm really being told insinuated karma. Like there's somebody that tried to give you sort of karma because you said no. And because you wouldn't play their stupid ass game, and because you wouldn't submit to their bull, tried to bind you, and they tried to have you in bondage as if they were above you, and mine said no, touch not my anointed, you do not do my prophets any harm. I'm talking to an earth angel. You've been to hell and back. It's been very difficult for you to find any self-worth of what you've been through. And know that I am here. Jump into my DMs. You're not alone. Making a vow to the divine, you are never alone. Throughout this experience, collective, you really pour into yourself and dig deep, and you found strength you never thought you had. And the reason why is mine had something to do with that. If it wasn't for the divine and the vow that you made with the divine, you probably wouldn't have been able to get through what you got through on your own. So many people before you tried. They didn't get through it. not like you. They didn't survive. And I'm being told that I need to tell you that you're not the only one they tried to do this to. It's a big, huge group and you're not a part of it. You're just a victim. And now that you cut all these energies out, they're kind of surprised. They're kind of shook at how you illustrated all of this. On on your exit. You're being told you were there one moment and then gone the next. Like they didn't even have time to intercept when you made these moves to walk away, take a leap of faith. Because at that point you were already in balance within your masculine and your feminine, and you trusted it. You trusted how they could work together, become a team, and get you to where you needed to be. By not only nurturing, but protecting your energy. You trusted in it. And this is what you're building your new foundation. Despite the chaos. This is what's inciting your manifestation. This is what's progressing your rebirth. Despite the fact that they're turning your world upside down, they're actually creating chaos that you're transmuting into miracles. Little did they know the chaos that they were ensuing on you, it was only transmuted to blessings and to create strength within you. Totally transmuted. I'm being told also if you do return to senders, they're top notch. They work every time. Now, somebody wants to come in and they want to kind of collaborate with you to bring to a situation. They want to have, they're trying to gain strength. But it's almost like Spirit's saying have strength with this because they're trapped all up in their head, and whatever they're going to come in to try is going to land them in jail. Okay, and they're going to be really, really bitter at the fact that they pretty well told on themselves and about all of this betrayal. This betrayal is going to be known. It's going to be confirmed. Alright, and then this is where your justice is going to come in. And this is where the balance is going to come in. Because they tried to ruin your foundation. They tried to disconnect you. They tried to create an illusion of instability. But you're getting justice for all of this. Because people are seeing truth now. People are seeing the truth. Three of Wands. Your ships are coming in. That perfect wave is on its way. Collective, get your surfboard ready. Now is the time to rest, Spirit's saying. So if Spirit's got you in a solitude, embrace it. Okay? Embrace the rest because you deserve it. This is your time to self-regulate. This is your time to chill the fuck out, zen out, create your inner temple and heal, okay? Things are about to get so much better for you, collective. You just gotta believe, okay? Continue being the infinite possibilities. Knowing that there's miracles about to happen in your life, okay? You think that they're going to be shook now. There's major changes afoot. Don't be disgruntled by the distractions. Seven of Pentacles. Just keep planting those seeds. Somebody doesn't want you to walk away, and it's too fucking bad for them. You're too fucking late. Yeah, somebody, you're finding your self-worth again. You're standing on boundaries. You're keeping your standards. You're moving forward with compassion, which is beautiful. Just continue focusing on what you need to focus on. Okay? Somebody doesn't want you receiving some sort of abundance, but you're receiving prosperity due to your authenticity. Because you're real. You're not fucking fake. You're not faking it till you make it. And you're very prosperous. Somebody can't touch that because you're a mystic. Somebody can't touch you. You keep bouncing back. They can't handle that. You keep bouncing back. They want to put you in your place. They don't want you to be assertive. They want you to be passive. They want you to be submissive so that way they can come in and elevate you. It's not happening. It's not happening. You bounce back too quick. And I'm hearing they don't bounce back. That's the whole thing. But they're fucking stupid. They're really fucking stupid. But they think you're stupid. They think there's no wisdom here. Meanwhile, how do you keep bouncing back if there's no wisdom? They want to put to rest your assertiveness and your authenticity and your prosperity. But you just keep bouncing back. They're not wise coming for you. You're tapped into the supernatural. You're not one to fuck with. You got ancestors rocking with you. Got some pretty powerful ancestors rolling you. Yeah. These people haven't done out of work. This is why they're doing what they're doing, because they're fucking karmics. Right? And you're keeping your money to yourself. You're keeping that secret. You're not, like, telling a lot of people. You know, you're good with confidentiality, but people want you talking about shit like this. They don't want you having some sort of a rebirth. These are really immature people. They don't want to change either. Just keep loving on yourself, collective. These people are insignificant. Whoever's coming at you, significant. They can't even, they don't have the leader. They're not going to have any luck with whatever they're doing. They're trying to keep information from you about prosperity, whoever this is. They're trying to hold you back, but you have infinite possibility. They're going to get caught for keeping this shit from you, and you have infinite possibilities available to you, right? All because you love yourself. All because you stand in your authenticity. All because you're assertive and you're focusing on what matters. Right? You bounce back from everything they threw at you. And they don't have any luck. Okay? They don't want you to have any luck with the infinite possibilities. They want you to basically fail at everything, and that's not what's happening. They don't want you finding the path forward. Too fucking bad for them. The divine is guiding you. And they don't like this. They hate it. You're gonna find happiness whether they like it or not. They think that they're gonna have happiness if they're not gonna change either. Right? They think that they're happy with just who they are as it is. But they're not willing to evolve. They're not willing to open their mind to the infinite possibilities. They're not willing to change. They're not find happiness. They're happy in their pile of shit. Right? And they expect you to sit there in that shit pile with them. No. These people are beneath you, collective. Continue having grace. Continue moving forward with poise and grace, and don't allow them to get you to react. Always, but don't react. Okay? Always be in the frequency of action, not reaction. They don't have any sense of adventure, that's for sure. Okay? Or they don't want you to. Or they don't think that you have any sense of adventure because you follow along with grace. They don't have any protection whatsoever. And they're not free from what they've done. They're not free from their accountability. They think maybe they're coming in with some sort of grace is going to help their situation. It's really not. Okay? It's not going to be what they anticipated. You're too noble and tapped in for this bit that they're trying to create. Always you're standing in your authenticity, they don't like it. Not their fucking problem. It's not your problem, that's for sure. It's not your whatsoever. But anyway, collective, that's it. That's all for tonight. I'm toast. I'm toast. Totally toasted. little music to play on out. I really haven't been practicing, but I'm just gonna go with it. Thank you all for hanging out, guys. I thought I'd finish all night with a little music. Please be good to yourself if you cannot be good at it, and yeah. To my tribe, I love you. To my supporters, to my subscribers, thank you. So, have yourselves a good evening, and I love you lots. I'll catch you in the next one. Yeah, I've been going for 129 minutes and 12 seconds and counting. It's 11:22 on the dial. So there's definitely some major changes, some new beginnings, some new partnerships coming in, collective. Get ready for them. Keep alchemizing, keep aiming in that beautiful frequency. Don't allow people to drag you down. Don't allow people to fuck with your frequency, okay? Shields up. Alright? Shields up. Things are happening. Good things are happening. Just keep the faith. Right? And I'll catch you in the next one.